Hello church family, welcome to another episode of Quarantine Cooking. Well, I know you are all cooking great these days. For me, I usually cook South Indian, but as your kids grow older, your demand for other cuisines grow bigger. So I ventured into a new dish, and that is what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to make a dish with chicken. I'm going to stuff the chicken with just 3 ingredients: mozzarella cheese, sun-dried tomatoes, and basil. And we will serve this with some pasta. I hope you all enjoy this dish. Let's get straight to the dish. So for this dish, it's very simple. Basically 3 ingredients to stuff the chicken with. First one is basil, and if you can get hold of some fresh basil leaves, that's great, and it even smells great. The next item is mozzarella cheese, which I just cut up from this block here. Then I got some sun-dried tomatoes, which came in this jar. I just put it in here, and then I kept that oil here for seasoning the chicken. So first you have to season the chicken. For that, I'm going to put a little bit of oil that came with the sun-dried tomatoes. Season with just salt and pepper. Season as much as you like. We like it kind of spicy here. The next thing you have to do is make a nice enough pocket to stuff the chicken with. For that, I'm going to use a scissor, and I learned from experience that I need a thick piece of breast to stuff the chicken with, otherwise I will cut through the other side. So I hold it very firmly on one thicker side, and then just make a pocket with the scissors. Now that you see I got a good enough pocket, and I did not cut it through, I'm going to stuff it with some fresh basil leaves. The basil leaves add a very nice flavor to the chicken. And then this sun-dried tomatoes is amazing. It tastes fabulous. So I put a few pieces of that, and then top it off with some mozzarella cheese. When this mozzarella cheese melts, it also tastes amazing with the chicken. So to hold it all together, you'll need a toothpick or some sort of thing. So I'm going to use this toothpick and hold all this stuffing inside. Then I'm going to sprinkle some oregano, and it also adds another flavor to the chicken. Okay, I'm going to transfer this to the lined foil tray, and like that I'm going to stuff all the chicken. So if you get a thinner chicken breast, what I did is I just cut it open, and just going to stuff it with some leaves, some tomatoes, then some cheese, more the cheese, tastier. And then again use the toothpick to hold the dish. Don't forget, like I did, to season the chicken. So you got to season the chicken with some salt, oil, and pepper. This is a dish my girls really loved, even everyone in the family actually. I thought, cooking for 7 of them during this quarantine cooking. When everybody's home, I thought it's really hard, but whenever I try new dish, seems like everyone is loving it. So it gives me motivation to create new dishes. So if you are like me, only cook South Indian food, just take courage, we can do it, okay? Let me just finish stuffing the chicken. My chicken stuffed and it looks beautiful. I'm going to just pour this rest of the oil that came with the sun-dried tomatoes on top of the chicken. It gives a little bit, keep the chicken moist and keep all the seasoning in place. And I'm going to just use this extra sun-dried tomatoes on top of it. It looks a great garnish and it adds a really nice tinge to it. All right, now have the chicken ready. I just loosely covered it, keep the moisture inside. I'm going to bake it about 20-25 minutes, since the chicken is the breast is thick and it has stuffing in it. The next thing we're going to do is, while the chicken is baking, we're going to make an easy sauce that can go with the pasta and the chicken dish. So all you need is some baby spinach that is washed and kept, and I'm going to use the spicy marinara sauce that I got it at Tom Thum, and everyone here loves this sauce. And since we are in quarantine, the whole point of it is encourage the whole family to participate in this. So I have my beautiful daughter, Andrea, is going to make the sauce while I'm getting the kitchen cleaned up.
So I'm gonna start adding the spinach to the spicy marinara sauce. So I'm just gonna dump some spinach leaves in it. Just gonna do a whole bunch. So now I'm just gonna stir until the spinach begins to wither, and then when it withers, I just keep adding more spinach. And then that's it. It's a pretty simple sauce. This is the final sauce with all this withered spinach and the spicy marinara. And that's it. We're gonna put that with the penne pasta right over here. I just strained some of the water out, and this is the pasta.
So now that my chicken is out of the oven, you all can see how it looks. It looks amazing. The temperature inside has to reach 75 degrees Celsius to make sure the chicken is cooked through. And we want to make sure it sits for a few minutes before we serve this. So now that it is set for a few minutes, let's plate this dish. So for that, I cooked some penne pasta. You put a little bit of pasta, just have a little bit of salt added to the pasta, nothing else, because the sauce is plenty flavorful. I'm going to put a generous portion of the sauce with the spinach and marinara sauce right on top of it. Right? And then we're just going to put this chicken right on top of this. And then you can serve it with a little bit of extra sauce, and then put a little bit of rosemary, put it on the side, and that's our dish. So another way to do this dish, and that is my favorite way of eating this dish. So when I have this leftover chicken the next day, I will just dump all of my pasta inside there and then really nicely coat it. And I will take one of this chicken, and then I cut it up. You can see how beautiful the chicken is. It's very soft. Take out all the toothpick. seasoned just right. I cut up this chicken. And I put it in this pasta sauce, and then really nicely coat it. Then you can serve this the next day like this, and you have 2 meals out of 1. And then I top this off with some Parmesan cheese, and it is heavenly. That's what my girl says. So that is my 2 Italian dish. You know, as a Kerala girl, it's always hard for me to try new dishes, but only if you try, you will succeed. I hope you all enjoy this dish. Try it. Let me know how it turned out. And I hope to see you all soon. God bless all of you. Now that I have my 2 dish, let me give it to my 2 food critiques here. They will give me the honest feedback. Josh?
Wow.
Ashlyn?
Beautiful.
Adequate. So let's see how it tastes.
Ashlyn, what do you like about the dish?
It's really good, right?
Adequate. Very good.
The chicken.
Soft. Nice stuffing. Abel, come here. Let me tell you the secret. When you grow old and you want food like this all the time, make sure you always appreciate if it's good or bad. But it's really good.